Wow, seafood heaven. 750 rupees for all these crabs. Wow. This one is like, it's a restaurant in a home. I think it's places like these that have soul. I think what really makes the cuisine of Mangalore so special is the varieties, the depth that you have. Whether it's the chilies, whether it's the saring agents, or the different varieties of vegetables that are used. The aromas take me back to a time in my childhood when my mom would grind the masala. So I'm here at a very special street food stop. So they do a jwala roti, they do an akki roti, and they also do a beautiful ragi roti.
In the second part of my Mangalore food trail, I begin with a celebration of glorious seafood. I explore the city's markets and its rich indigenous produce before cooking a fish curry in a Mangalorean home. I round off this exploration with some tasty street fare. The Bandar or Old Port is a landmark in the city every seafood lover needs to visit. There's a steady stream of trawlers and fishing boats from the wee hours of the morning, bringing forth every marine form imaginable. Chaotic as it may seem to a visitor, there's a method to the bustling trade here. This experience left me with a newfound appreciation for the fishing community and the people involved in the trade.
We are at Mangalore Bandar. Where is the source? This is where all the fish that comes into Mangalore and from Mangalore goes into different parts of the country and also overseas comes in. You can see right behind us are the boats. So as the boats come in, the fish gets unloaded and distributed. You know, they just spend 3 days on the boat. If I look at that boat, there is no covering at all, and he spent 3 days on that. So I asked him, I said, what happens if it rains or, you know, the weather turns bad? He says, nothing, we just put a plastic tarp on top. So all that effort that goes to bring the fish to your table, and that it's these guys who are responsible. And I have here with me Mr. Putran and Mr. Shiva, who basically are going to help us understand what really happens in Mangalore Bandar.
In Mangalore, there are actually 4 types of fishing boats are there. One is called Persian, another one is deep sea trawlers, and also there are small boats.
So each of these boats catches a different kind of fish.
That's right.
Wow.
It's called Arol actually.
Okay. What's fascinating in terms of what I learned from Mr. Putran is that it also gets substituted for sear fish. Once you slice it, you don't really get to know what the fish is. So some establishments may pass off the Arol, which is much cheaper than the sear.
That's right.
Oh my God. This is as tall as me. This is called the
Kandai.
The Kandai.
This is the flat one.
The flat Kandai.
The round size. See the teeth.
Wow. You don't want to be in the jaws of this fish. Wow. This is a fish that's taller than all of us here. There's a lot of fish that we are seeing here.
Locally it's called Madmal mean. Madmal means bright.
Madmal means bright because it looks pretty, is that? This is the Bangude, right?
This is the bigger one.
You know, this is a beautiful piece of fish. The most popular fish in Mangalore, I think, the mackerel or the Bangude.
Small and big.
Wow. It has a crab in it. Did it eat a crab? Ah, so its last meal is still here. Look at this. They call this a bat meal. They call it the bat meal because it looks like a bat of some sort. Maybe a table tennis bat. There's also a cat here waiting to get its share of the fish. This is an interesting fish again. Now this is a fish that is kolatad, and apparently this fish is dried. So when there is less fish, they kind of use the chutney that's made out of this. Wow. So the bid's at 600. So she got the prawns at 600 rupees. All this prawn. So these are the shells. These are the shells. Marwai. And then you have the sea crab here. Wow. They're all alive. They're live. You know, it's great for a curry or maybe even like a sukha or a ghee roast. 750 rupees for all these crabs. Wow. You know, if you want to get some serious seafood, I think the Mangalore Bandar auction is where you should be. 750 rupees for all that crab.
600 rupees per kilo.
So this is 9,000 rupees of fish right here. This is a big octopus and that's a baby octopus. Wow, that's even bigger actually. So I'm with Indira and she's from the fishing community here. All the fish comes from the boat. It's handed over to her and then she sells it. So in the fishing community, there are people who go out and fish and then there are people who just sell the fish. All the fish that is bought there, people can bring it here and get the fish cut to their preference. So there's an entire industry at work here. We got in here at about 6 o'clock or so, but they've been up since 4 o'clock, getting ready to receive all that fish. So all this ice that is here, as soon as the fish comes into the bandar, the fish is auctioned and immediately the fish is packed with ice and then transported to its various destinations. It's fascinating to see how this industry really works.
If you're looking for top quality fish fry in Mangalore, Giri Manja's comes highly recommended. Set in a quaint home-style location, patrons visit from far and near for its finger-licking seafood fries and lunch meals. A trip to Mangalore wouldn't be complete without a meal here.
So this is my fish thali and as you can see there's a copious amount of boiled rice. There is the bangude curry, this is the curry and the fish is here. It's a mackerel or bangude as they call it here. Then of course I have the dal, jackfruit and red chana curry, gulla which is brinjal curry. But the stars here are one, this prawn golden fry as they call it. Super. There's also some curry leaf that you see that the prawn is cooked in the masala. Beautiful. The freshest possible prawn that you can ever taste. Next we'll go to the anjal fry or the sear fish fry. Bit of tartness as well, bit of sour. You know, I like the fact that this is a nice, flaky, meaty piece of fish. Let's not forget our humble thali here, which is waiting, which is begging for us to taste it. So this helps you fill your tummy, but what really gives you maximum satisfaction, I think, are the fries. This is the crab curry and we'll just put a bit of curry here first just to taste the crab curry. The flavors are sweet, just the way fresh crab should be. I'm going to first try the bolanjir, which is also called the silver fish. This is a fish that you can eat just like that. What I love about this is the fact that there is absolutely no oil that you can taste, you can feel on your fingers. Very crisp to the touch, soft. There's a bit of a bite, not chewy at all, and you can, the squid literally just disappears in your mouth. Beautiful. I've thoroughly enjoyed my meal here at Giri Manja.
Hotel Narayana is flooded with customers come lunchtime, and you will have to work hard to wrangle a table here. Their humble fish thali is staple meal for regulars, but the highlight is the fish fry that you select from a tray that's passed around.
We literally had to fight our way through the crowd to get a table up here. As you can see, every table is packed and the people literally waiting for other customers to exit. So you know that the food here is very much in demand. Lovely buttermilk to give me company. Refreshing, cooling, just what you need to beat the Mangalore heat. So well, that's the fish thali. This is a curry, so the curry that comes with your fish meal is just a head. And then there's some vegetable here. On the white pomfret kodi. So they come here with this thali of the fries, and I think what's really interesting here is this masala that they sprinkle on top of the fish. The fish is fresh. You can see the pristine white of the pomfret. The fish is beautifully seasoned. I can taste the salt all the way into the fish. You know, it's almost like a puli munchi sort of a curry. You can taste the tamarind, you can taste the chili. You know, Hotel Narayana is not at all about food that is fussed over. It's simple food that's presented to you without any fanfare. I think fries are the main act here. So you select your fry and you relish it, and the fish thali, the rice and the curry and that piece of fish that's in the curry as a mere formality is just there to support the fries. So come here and taste the fry.
The markets in Mangalore are filled with an abundance of great local produce, some of it unique to the region. I explored a market in the heart of the city to discover an amazing array of chilies, rice varieties, saring ingredients, veggies and more.
So we are here in Hampankatta on Hamilton Circle Road, and we are at K. Sadanand Nayak General and Provision Store. So what we have here are an array of chilies. Idu eno idu? Ramnad chili. And used in curries, used in fries, it has more color than the pungency. And this here is the Byadgi chili. Now this is a chili that is hot on spice. Now this is the Kashmiri chili. This is a chili that imparts a fair amount of color to a dish. And what is further interesting in this store are the saring agents. A big part of curries, especially fish curries, is the amount of sourness. So for example, you've got dishes like puli munchi. You know, when it comes to rice in Mangalore, Mangaloreans love their rice. And what is favored is the boiled rice, not the white rice. This rice helps in cooling the body in the Mangalore heat, in the Mangalore summer. So this is the saute kai or the Mangalore cucumber. So this is again a very popular vegetable that you find here. This is harve soppu, the leafy greens, very popular again with the locals. Fresh, rich source of iron and calcium. I think what really makes the cuisine of Mangalore so special is the variety, is the depth that you have. Whether it's the chilies, whether it's the saring agents or the different varieties of vegetables that are used.
An integral part of Mangalorean cuisine are the masalas. But in this day and age, people don't have the time to prepare these masalas from scratch. I met Gunakar and Sangeeta Furtado, whose enterprise Rooster Homemade Masalas is in a way helping preserve the flavors of this cuisine.
So what we're going to do next is we're going to go to their home and take a look at how these masalas are prepared, and also hopefully do some cooking with those masalas, because at the end of the day, the proof of the pudding is in the eating.
It was the local masalas which we used to do earlier from the beginning. We started with just one item, roasting chicken. Then we went on to different items and went on adding these items.
There's a whole range of masalas that you have here. So you've got, I can see chicken puli munchi, fish puli munchi, fish curry masala, kori roti, chicken curry. Sangeeta is going to help me use this fish curry masala to make a nice mackerel curry. I'm the one who's cooking it, and I'm hoping that this curry turns out to be something really special. Typically takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours to make the fish curry masala, but here we have the fish curry masala already ready in a box. You know, I can smell the coriander, I can smell the fenugreek seeds. This fish curry should be interesting. I think it's perfect. What do you think?
I would put a little.
Oh, you put a little more salt, then we'll put a little more salt. Because then we'll also add the fish, right?
Yeah.
So when you add the fish, you know, the fish will also leave some water in. So perhaps you need to add some more salt in now to balance the fish out. So this is just some regular table salt. Beautiful aroma of all the spices. Super. Even though I say it myself after having cooked it, I think this is a brilliant fish curry. So we've just finished cooking our mackerel fish curry using the Rooster masala, and we're here at the table with Sangeeta and Gunakar Futado. We're here at Mangalore at their home, and the pleasant surprise that we have is that we've not just got the mackerel curry, but we also have a assortment of other dishes that they have cooked using the masala. The prawn fry. This is of course the marwai.
Yes.
So we have the chicken sukka there. Then we have the kori roti. So we're going to first taste the fish curry because that's what I made, and I'm going to get Sangeeta to taste it. Shall we? You know, if somebody fed this to me, and I would never know that the masala is a ready-made masala. This just tastes like somebody's made it at home. And I love the way the fish has soaked up the masala. You know, the flavor of the masala has gone all the way into the prawn. This is super tasty. The neer dosa and the prawn. You know, this is a dish that you have to work your way to the tiny marwai, which is packing in all the flavor. You know, you can taste that the masala has been roasted. So you get that toasty, roasted sort of flavor. So this is a Mangalorean dish, which is the kori roti. It's basically rice that is ground and then baked to form these crisp sheets. The roti acts almost like a sponge despite its brittle texture to soak in all the flavors, all the goodness of the chicken curry. Delicious. You know, I thought I was going to come here and understand how these masalas are made, but all of this here has been a happy bonus for us. So thank you very much, Gunakar and Sangeeta, for hosting us in your lovely home and showcasing all these wonderful dishes made using your very special masalas.
Halimane Rotis, a mobile eatery, serves North Karnataka delicacies and is a raging hit with the locals. I made a quick stop here to savor some of the must-haves, the wholesome rotis and the special chicken leg masala.
So I'm here at a very special street food top right here in Mangalore, and this one's called Halimane Rotis. I've been told that the specialty here are the rotis that they do. So they do a jwalada roti, they do an akki roti, and they also do a beautiful ragi roti. Namaskara Shilpa. So how long have you been making?
Sir, actually 2015 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು 4 years ಆಯಿತು.
ಏನು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು?
ಸರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಸಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಕ್ಕಿ ರೊಟ್ಟಿ.
So there you go, I have my akki roti and the spicy chutney and with a vegetable curry. You know, the akki roti is almost like a fulka, which is really amazing. There's zero oil that you see on this griddle here, and there's no oil absolutely. This is probably the healthiest thing that you can eat. Let me taste the chutney. So she has warned me that the chutney is made with
Solpa.
green chilli. Okay, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇದು?
ಇಲ್ಲ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ.
Supposed to be very, very spicy, so I am. Oh, that's green chilli and that's as pungent as it can get. There's a cuscus juice, so I need some of this just to kind of settle down from the chutney. So this is a Hali Mane special chicken. Lovely. So the chicken has absorbed all the spices, all the masala, all the goodness of the curry, and therefore the gravy and the chicken are one at this stage. This is beautiful. This is a lovely dish. So I've got a ragi roti here. What I like about this ragi roti is the fact that it doesn't feel sticky, it doesn't feel too dense. A great combination, both the ragi roti and the akki roti with the chicken lag masala, the Hali Mane special. If you're in Mangalore and you want to taste something authentic, taste something special and taste something that's truly unique, you should find your way here to Hali Mane Rotis. So definitely add this to your list of must visits, must dine at when you're in Mangalore.
There's plenty of street side fare in Mangalore. I picked two of the city's popular haunts to savor some local treats. Sitaram's for delicious Mangalorean chaat with a spicy kick, and the Bali shop, a vada shop for some scrumptious deep fried goodness.
Nimdu special ಏನಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚರ್ಮುರಿ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಚರ್ಮುರಿ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ? This charmuri or mixed puff rice definitely packs a punch. It's got the chili heat, it's got the raw mango, it's got tomatoes. It's all kind of come together with coconut oil. Mangaloreans swear by coconut oil. And what you definitely need with the churmuri is some sugarcane juice. So if you have the churmuri, the cold sugarcane juice is mandatory. So this is a great combo. The spicy churmuri chaat and a cold sugarcane juice. This is Bali's, that it's famous for one thing, fritters or vadas. Cabbage kodi, aloo bonda kodi onnu, don't cutlet kodi. So this is a cabbage bhaji. Oh, nice. I think gram flour, you can see some chili. Big, large, and for somebody with a big appetite. The vegetable cutlet next. Definitely a lot of potato. There's some chili as well, and maybe there's some cauliflower in this. There's some coriander that I can see, that I can taste as well. I think this is going to be a flavorful medu vada. So basically, the vadas here are so flavorful that there is no chutney or no ketchup or nothing. You just have the vada as it is. The aloo bonda or the batata vada. What I like about the aloo bonda is that the casing is just doing enough to contain all the potatoes. Very reasonable, probably not more than 100 rupees. But they're packed in flavor. Of course, also packed in calories. But most importantly, they leave you feeling happy and satisfied. Which is why I think the Bali shop here is as popular as it is.
Thank you for watching. Do refer to the links in the description to watch the full videos. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, share and leave a comment. If you'd like to support Food Lovers TV, do log on to foodlovers.in and hit the Support Food Lovers banner. Links in the description below. Happy eating.